Hello all, morning. Today we are attempting to deal with an expat's biggest stress in living in Thailand, which is visa renewal.
A nightmare.
The nightmare that's visa renewal. I'm on a non-O visa based on supporting a Thai wife.
Yes.
Yes.
Married to a Thai wife.
Yeah, married to a Thai wife. So I'm looking to renew my what's commonly called a marriage visa. Fon has got like a small forest of paperwork printed out. Lots and lots of paperwork. This morning we went to Laxi to the Ampur, which is like the local government office, to get a certified copy of our marriage certificate,
Right.
because the original isn't good enough. And then once we got there, we got told that one's closed because of COVID. Last time we were here, the other one was closed. So we went to another one. Just up the road, we got the certified copy. We are now at the Wattana Immigration Bureau, and we are hoping to get it completed in one day and in one visit. It is really quite a complex process. Fon, what paperwork do you have? What do we have with us today to do this process?
You would like me to explain all the documents?
Just an outline of every document. So obviously we have my passport, we have my bank book, we have my our marriage certificate, we have a copy of the marriage certificate, we have our rental contract, several copies of that, we have photos coming out of our ears of us sitting on a bed, sitting with our son. What else have we got?
The most important thing is your bank book.
Oh, my bank book. The money. That's the very important thing. So we have still got to go into the bank. We have bank statements for the last 3 months. We have
2 months is enough.
2 months. Okay. We have enough money in the bank because the visa that the application we're doing, the extension is based on having a 400,000 baht in the bank account. So we have got the bank statements of yesterday signed and certified and copied. We have a letter from the bank. We have to still go and get the bank book updated in case I emptied the bank overnight.
As of today.
Today. What else do we have?
Oh,
a map of where we live.
the
Black and white photocopies.
color.
And colour.
Like this.
We have both.
Full color. No, I just make a copy, another set, because after you prepare one set of document, they also ask you to do a copy for one set for them.
Okay.
So
you give them the originals and then they want a copy.
Yes, we have to do a copy for them.
So to put it into perspective, if you could just show the whole bunch of what we've got.
Yes, this is all the document we have to submit to them.
But all of this is what we're doing today.
Yes, all of this we have to submit to them.
Yeah.
This is the original one.
Yeah.
And we will have to do the copy one and bring the original one.
And this is all the supporting paperwork to go along with it. Like I said, it's like a small forest of paperwork. Fon's pretty confident in this, but she does actually. She was here a couple of months ago doing John's.
Help out for some of your friends.
Yeah, Fon's really good with Thai bureaucracy. I'm really lucky in that respect. I'm very lucky. So, with things like work permits and visas, she tends to help out all our friends because this is just one of her many talents, I guess. And yeah, so we're hopeful that we will be in the position to do one visit to immigration to get a year extension on the visa. To be honest, you never know until you actually get there, because the goalposts move all the time, really, all the time.
Get surprised.
So, looking forward to what normally is a very long wait in immigration. hopefully today it'll be a little less painful. So my guarantee to you guys is, if we manage to get this done in one day, I will buy every single subscriber a beer. The reason why I'm offering is there's only 5 of you. This is what you call a Thai lady on a mission. Leo Sai,ครับ. Yeah. The only thing that I'm really useful here is to give directions. Other than that, sign bits of paperwork. Really, this is very much out of my control and in the realms of fun. So typically every bank is open apart from ours, but we've managed to update the bank book by using a machine, which normally doesn't work for me because, well, it just normally doesn't work. So now we've got a copy of the bank book. We're going to get a photocopy of the bank book. For what reason, I have no idea. So now we've just got copies of everything, signed copies of more bits of paper. We're going to head to immigration to get a number and see how we get on. We were just talking and Fon suggested that if it's of interest to you guys, we can detail the entire process from the documentation that's required and the process that's in place to do the visa extension, if it's of interest to anyone. I know there's a lot of expats living here and it's a real problem and pain for them to get this done, but let's see how we get on. If we're successful in one hit, then and it's of interest to you guys, then yep, we'll detail the entire process. So about an hour and 15 minutes after entering Chiang Wattana immigration, we have succeeded on a first time mission to get the 1 year extension to visa based on marriage. So we have, what is it called? We're under consideration, which basically means it's done. Just got to turn up in a couple of weeks with a turn up in a couple of weeks with a the passport and my bank book and collect a 1 year visa. So now we are trying to sort of make use of the day and go and get what is it we're after now?
Certified of address.
Certified statement of address, so I can get a driving license renewal. So yeah, it just goes to show you can actually get through the whole 1 year visa extension process in just over an hour, thanks to this wonderful lady. Yay! Just carry on, we can just carry on talking.
Okay. What did I say today?
You can just start again.
Today we succeed already, and I would like to explain a little bit for whoever want to renew the visa by yourself. I mean non-O visa based on married to Thai wife or support Thai wife, or some people call married visa. Yeah, it's the same thing. So what you need to do, what you need to prepare. First, you prepare TM7. Fill in the form in TM7 form and with the passport photo, right? Okay. And copy of your passport, the first page, I mean information page,
yeah,
visa page, yeah. And the last stamp, you entry Thailand. And TM6. Don't forget to bring TM30 and 90-day report as well.
What's the TM6?
TM6 is the how to say, the card when you
Entry card, yeah. An entry card is
Yeah,
your
it's called
TM6.
TM6,
And TM30 is your...
when the
When you travel and come back, you register yourself back home.
the
TM30.
landlord will notify you to the immigration when
That you're-
foreigner live in their house. Yes, and also 90-day report if you
Yep.
live here more than 90 days already. And also about the marriage certificate. Okay, and the marriage certificate, you need to get the certified document from the amper or office.
Government office.
Government office. Yeah.
And that needs to be on the day that you apply, is that correct?
I'm not sure on the day or not because in the Samut Prakan it depends. I believe it depends on the immigration.
The particular office.
Yeah. For example, we went first time we did it in Samut Prakan, right? And they request the date you submit the application. But here they at cheang Wattana, I'm not sure. So I just get it the date
On that day.
on that day
Yeah.
to be safe.
Yeah.
Okay. And next is about document from the wife, such as ID card, copy of ID card, and house registration. If she changed surname, also of course get the document to show that she changed her name or surname.
Okay, because Von's taken my name, so she had to provide that documentation too.
Correct. And if you have a kid or have kids, you need to prepare a copy of birth certificate.
Okay, so we had Sam's birth certificate as well.
Yeah. And also about house registration
For Sam.
for Sam.
For Sam, okay.
Yes. And then what else? Next is about your certified bank
Yeah.
book, the letter to
Yeah.
certify your bank book.
Yeah, a letter from the bank to certify that I have X amount of money in the bank.
Yeah, you can ask from the bank, any branch, and you can use it within 7 days.
Okay.
No need to be in the day
On that
you
day.
Submit the application. Yeah. And also your bank statement.
Certified bank statement signed by the bank. That'll cost you a couple of $100 for both of those sets of documents.
They require only 2 months, but we always give them more, like 6 months or whatever. Okay. And other thing is about if your address, I mean your wife's address, is different with TM30, you need to provide the agreement contract.
Okay.
What is it called? Rental agreement.
Rental contract,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, and also ID card
From your landlord.
for your landlord, and also about house registration from your landlord.
For your rented house, yeah.
Yes, if you rented house. And also, what else? The photos.
Yeah, photos.
Photos, yes. You take, they request for photos. How to take the photos. I will give you some idea. Oh, where is it? Where is it? This is how we did. They request 2 photos outside the house to see your house number. Outside the house to see house number, and another one to see the whole house. Okay, and other 2 photos are inside the house, such as the bedroom, the living room, or the kitchen. If you have kids, just include your kids in the photo. Every photo need your kids as well. Yes.
Personally, I find it a little bit creepy that they want to see a photo of you in your bedroom, but what can you do?
Yeah. And the last is the map. How to get to your house.
Because Google Maps perhaps is a bit unreliable in Thailand, who knows? Is that it? Is that all of it?
Yes. And
Money.
the fee is 1,900 baht to renew the visa. That's it.
So in total, this cost us a couple of hours of our time today. It cost Fon a fair bit of time to do the paperwork. 1,900 baht for the fee. I paid 200 baht from the documentation from the bank and a passport photo, which I had anyway. So I don't know, how much would an agent charge for this kind of work, do you think?
Mostly, I think it's about 20,000.
Yeah, there you go, 15, 20,000, something like that.
20,000. Depends
Depends on what agent and whatever.
And I believe you guys can do it now.
Yeah. So why not give it a go yourself? You know, it's not easy, and each individual office seems to have its own set of guidelines and slight differences, but it's certainly doable, as Fon's just proven. It's certainly doable by yourself. The only difficulties we had really was we got there and the bank was shut. Typical our luck, the only bank that was shut was ours, but we managed to update the bank book. Then we went and got some photocopies of the bank book, the updated bank book, and then when we were sat with the you can't record in immigration for obvious reasons, but when we were sat with the immigration lady, or the immigration officer who actually we met last year, that for some reason they wanted a photocopy of my last tourist visa, which was nowhere to be seen in the documentation. So we were kind of expecting them to send us off to get more photocopies, but she was good enough to just photocopy it herself.
Yes,
and was really lucky, incredibly polite lady. And it was with her, we were there for probably no more than 10 minutes.
No.
Then it was just a question of waiting to get my passport and bank book back.
Everything was smooth.
Yeah, super smooth. And next step is to go back in a couple of weeks and
Get stamped.
get a full stamp for a year, and at that point I will probably apply for a re-entry visa again. A re-entry visa in case I end up traveling again. Yeah, if I leave the country, I don't want to lose my visa, so I'll apply for a re-entry permit as well. So yeah, hopefully that's kind of helpful to you guys. I'm not particularly helpful, but if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below and Fon will answer them, because as I said previously, the only thing I'm really good for in this process is to sign bits of paperwork and take us to and fro the place.
And driving.
Yeah, designated driver. So yeah, we're off to, where are we off to now?
Muang Thong Thani.
Yeah.
Is a temporary immigration.
So we're off now to a temporary immigration to try and get a certified address so I can renew my driving license for my motorbike and car. You know, a lot of people drive without current licenses here, but I'm very fortunate that
it's not difficult to do.
Yeah. Actually, everything's not that difficult to do with a bit of knowledge, and yeah, you know, if it's as I mentioned, if it's of any use, feel free to drop some comments in the in the comments box if you've got any questions or think Fon might be able to give you a bit of insight. As I said, she's a bit of an expert in these matters. So anyway, we catch you a little bit later on the next stop.